It is time for you to realize something. You have been deceived, exploited, conditioned your entire life. How? Through philosophies that are always oriented toward the future. All the so-called religions have used this deeply disappointing way of thinking. They promise. They say, you will find everything you desire, but not now. Tomorrow. And tomorrow never arrives. By its very nature, it cannot arrive. The future never comes, because what always comes is the present. It is always now, and now, and now. Wherever you may be, it will always be here and now. And notice the key word, you will find. The promise is very clever. That is what all religions have done. In heaven you will find peace, rest, happiness. You will arrive one day, but not now. And if you want to reach that place, they say you must sacrifice the happiness of the present day. There is a price to pay. And the price is this? Sacrifice your present for the future. Sacrifice the real for the imaginary. Sacrifice life for what supposedly comes after death. Humanity has been convinced. And almost everyone has sacrificed their lives. No one returns from paradise to tell what happens there. No one comes back after death to say, yes, they were right. And so the deception continues, because it cannot be contradicted. You will find. Just listen to that word. You will find. That is your entire conditioning. As a child, your parents say, not now. When you grow up, you will find it. When you grow up, they say, not now. When you are older, when you retire, when you have a good bank account, when everything is settled, then the time to relax will come. And when you are old, they say, after death. The postponement never ends. The carrot of the future keeps hanging in front of you. And the closer you think you are to it, the further it moves away. Meanwhile, you keep missing all possibilities. A philosophy oriented toward the future is poisonous. It is like opium, it numbs you and prevents you from living your life here and now. And this is the only life. A philosophy that is oriented toward the future tells you, look ahead. Always look ahead. Do not look here. Do not look now. Live for the future and sacrifice the present. This is the greatest deception ever invented by human beings. And it has worked well. The priest lives from it. The politician lives from it. They both survive by selling the future. The communist says, wait. Sacrifice yourself for the future. Sooner or later a classless society will arrive. Then everyone will be happy. You are miserable. You are tired. You want rest. And they say, don't worry. Rest will be possible. Just look ahead. Let the revolution happen, then everything will be fine. If you want happiness in the future, sacrifice yourself now. If you want peace, first there must be war. The fascists say, sacrifice yourself so the fatherland may win. Once the nation triumphs, once the Nordic race proves its superiority, then there will be peace on earth. The politician exploits the people in the name of the future. The present is ugly, miserable, painful. So he creates imaginary goals, beautiful utopias. He decorates them with color and promise, and you become enchanted. You stop looking around. Inside and outside, everything may feel like tears and anguish, like a private hell. But they say, look ahead. The great day is coming. The politician lives from that. And so does the priest. In fact, the politician and the priest are not very far apart. They are partners in the same business. The business is simple. Do not allow the human being to be here and now. Because once a person is truly here, truly present, they feel so deeply content that they no longer listen to politicians or priests. If a human being is allowed to be fully here and now, they feel such peace, such rest, that no promised paradise can tempt them. They have already found it. And if someone has already found paradise within, who cares about your heaven? Heaven only makes sense when human beings are miserable. For heaven to remain meaningful, humanity must remain unhappy. And thanks to heaven, the priest survives, because he claims to have the key. He says he has a direct line to God. You do not. So you must persuade him, bribe him, convince him to represent your interests before God. You have sacrificed everything, for religion, for country, for humanity. Sacrifice for anything. It doesn't matter what. Just sacrifice. That is the slogan. Old ideals decay, so new ones are invented, and once again you must sacrifice for them. The names change. The sacrifice remains. Sometimes you must sacrifice for God. The Muslim cleric says, if you die fighting for your religion, paradise is guaranteed. So die bravely. You will be welcomed. The communist says, if you die for the revolution, you will be remembered forever. You will be a martyr. But notice the message. Do not live. Sacrifice. And this is deeply absurd. Parents continue the same pattern. The father sacrifices for the child. The mother sacrifices for the child. They say, I am sacrificing myself for you. Naturally, they will take revenge in subtle ways. Because while the mother sacrifices for the child, she is destroying her own life. And she will remind the child of it again and again. I sacrifice my life for you. My youth, my time, everything. She will make sure you never forget it. And then she will persuade you to do the same for your own children. And so you sacrifice for your children. And then you persuade them to sacrifice for theirs. As a result, no one ever truly lives. One generation sacrifices for the next. And if you refuse to sacrifice, you are not respected. You are judged. You are called selfish. Even immoral. Sacrifice is considered virtuous. Living for yourself is considered egoistic. Just observe what society has been teaching. To be happy is selfish. To sacrifice is noble. But the one who sacrifices becomes miserable. And a miserable person creates misery all around them. A miserable person will always carry resentment. They cannot forget that their life was destroyed. We are told the wife must sacrifice for the husband, and the husband must sacrifice for the wife. For what? Both sacrifice. Both lose life. Never sacrifice yourself for anyone. Live your life authentically. And then you will never need to take revenge. You will never carry resentment. And a person who carries no resentment becomes loving, compassionate, generous. A person who holds no bitterness toward their children, their partner, their parents, becomes tremendously beautiful. Such a person creates an atmosphere of happiness around them. Whoever comes into contact with them shares in that happiness. Take care of yourself. Look at the trees. No tree is trying to sacrifice itself for another tree. And because of that, they are green. They blossom. If they began sacrificing, none would flourish. Look at the stars. They shine for themselves. They do not sacrifice. Otherwise existence would become dark and lifeless. Taking care of oneself is natural. And that self, that is what the Tao defines as your true nature, your being. Listen to it. Follow it. Your being is telling you, be happy. The future has no reality. It is a trick all the way to console you with hope. Even if you do not have it now, you will have it someday. With that hope, your whole being becomes poisoned. The priest and the politician want martyrs. But martyrs are not good people. They are deeply angry. Naturally. They have been persuaded, pressured, manipulated into destroying their own lives. How could they be happy? How could they forgive? It is impossible. Live for yourself, and you will live for everyone else, but this is not sacrifice. Live for yourself. Be real. Be authentically devoted to your own being. That is the way of nature. Take care of your happiness, your rest, your life. And you will be surprised to discover that when you feel happy, you help others feel happy as well. Little by little, you begin to understand a fundamental law. If I want to be happy, it is wise to help the people around me be happy too. But remember, you are not serving others out of sacrifice. You are simply taking care of yourself. You want to smile. So you help others smile. Because a single smile cannot truly exist alone. Imagine being in a crowded room where only one person is smiling while everyone else is serious and tense. That person will begin to feel awkward, almost guilty. They may wonder, why am I smiling when no one else is? Next time, they may hesitate. They may suppress their joy. But when everyone is laughing, laughter becomes effortless. The whole creates the possibility. We depend on the whole. We are part of the whole. By being happy, you create the possibility for others to be happy. And that is real service, not sacrifice. You are not becoming a martyr. It is rare to find someone who holds no resentment toward their mother or father. Very rare. Gurdjieff used to tell his disciples, until you forgive your father and your mother, you cannot grow. He even wrote it on his door. Do not enter until you have forgiven your father and mother. Why? Because most parents have sacrificed too much. They have suffered too much, and they have made sure their children know it. How often does a mother say, I truly enjoyed having you as my child? How often does a father say, you brought light and love into our home? If that were the case, children would not only forgive, they would feel grateful. They would feel love. If the Tao were understood, the entire business of psychoanalysis would disappear. Because much of psychoanalysis is rooted in resentment toward the parents. What happens when someone lies on the psychoanalyst's couch? They speak of their mother, of their father. In primal therapy, when someone screams and kicks, who are they kicking? Their parents. If you listen carefully to a psychiatric patient, most of what they speak about circles back to the mother. The mother becomes the problem. But the deeper cause is that politicians and priests have poisoned the human mind. They keep saying, you will achieve it. Look ahead. You will be happy in the future. Remember this. The present moment is all you truly have. Use it intelligently. And do not allow anyone to deceive you.